Well, this is it, the grand finale. A season that started way back in April has seen us journey to countries all over the world, from North America to Europe to Asia, and of course the Middle East. It is here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where we will culminate the biggest season in 3x3 history and finally crown a champion of 2023. 76 teams competed this year. Only 14, y'all, have a shot at the 3x3 throne. The question of who is going to be the best will be answered in less than 48 hours, and let me tell you, we are here for it. By we, I mean us. Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. the voice of 3x3, and the Mountain, my partner in crime, Boz Rosendahl, on the mic for this much-anticipated final act of 2023. We got the heavy hitters. These are two goats on the mic right there. Give them the camera time. Vincent Royer and Noah Lazarus. They're gonna be rocking the mic, keeping it hype. And DJ Last is around this place somewhere. You know he's on the spins. The man with the magical fingers, our Olympic DJ. They're gonna get everybody welcome to start the day, which will begin with a qualifying draw for the first time ever in World Tour history. And that will lead us to the main draw eventually. So what's up to our guys, our entertainment crew, all the fans that have entered the venue to start the day. Of course, there he is, DJ Last. He's gonna be orchestrating the soundtrack to this World Tour Final 2023 12th edition. So shout out to my man DJ Lass. All right, before me and Boz start breaking down everything to look forward to in this on this day, let's get you reacquainted with the rules of the game. You know we play this on the half court, right, Boz?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, 10-minute sprint to 21. Everything outside the arc is worth 2. Everything inside the arc is worth
1.
All right. Pretty simple. Half the court, twice the fun. That's how we get it done. And we 10 minutes sprinting to a champion in 2023. The defending champs, Oob, are here. But are they the favorites? I don't know, Boz. Let's have a discussion. I think we got a little bit of time before we get into the action.
I'm ready.
I've given my synopsis and my picks as we look at our previous World Tour Final winners. San Juan. A lot of people forget that they're the first team to ever win the World Tour Final. Of course, there was a string of Novi Sad dominance. The Slovenians got in there, but the Serbians have pretty much dominated the World Tour Final, including last year and the year prior. So who's it going to be this year, Boz? I made my prediction. Now I want to know what you think.
You made your predictions, and it came out kind of like a homer, huh? A little bit. Just saying. Pick Miami to win the whole thing. How can you bet against a 5-time World Tour Final champ, bro? How can you do that? The leading scorer in 3x3's history, and maybe one of the GOATs. I mean, that debate, he's for sure top 3, tops. Maybe he's the GOAT. We'll get into that later, but I'm not betting against Oob, I'll tell you that.
Okay. I usually would not bet against Oob, but here's what my concern is when it comes to Team Oob. They started off hot, record start, 6 straight event wins. But they are not the same team without Nim Diesel. Nemanja Barac is critical to their success. They haven't won a Masters without him. And I think it's not only a physical thing, they play more tournaments than anybody. It's a mentality as well. I think that they noticed that other teams aren't exactly scared of them anymore.
Yeah, you're right about that. And again, I've taken that into account, but I've seen Dejan Majstorovic and Strahinja Stojicic get up for big games and big tournaments like that, day in and day out.
I got it. We're going to see. First, we got to find out who's going to make it to the main draw. Winner of the qualifying draw. We got 3 teams in the qualifying draw for the first time ever. A new fold to our qualifying system this year in 2023. The 12th-seeded team, which is San Juan, have to play in the qualifying draw, along with the hosts, Jeddah, and the team with the most pro circuit wins. That would be Team Paris. So those are your 3 teams in the qualifying draw, trying to make it to main draw Pool D. So let's get you introduced, shall we, with San Juan, trying to regain their glory of 2012 when they won their first ever World Tour Final title. 3 of their 4 players are fresh off of the AmeriCup gold medal. Congratulations again on that gold medal, the first ever for Team Puerto Rico. But my concern with San Juan is that was just 3 days ago. They're going to come off of that emotional high from getting that win out there. and then the long travel, maybe some jet lag, and they're going to be in a dogfight, Boz, here in the qualifying draw.
Yeah, you're right about that. Again, winning that America for sure has boosted their confidence. It could go either way, right? So they could be really hyped and ready for this, or they could be tired from 2 days on a plane. Your legs are tired from the America Cup, and then you have to go out here in the heat and try to compete. But you already know they're going to be ready because this is the biggest stage, bro.
Hey, don't get no bigger than this. Shout out to Oscar Oriente and that's Antonio Relat's parents over there. Hello.
Number 3.
Buenas tardes.
You coming in with the Spanish?
Yeah, you know I
really don't speak any.
You know I'm bilingual.
That's all right.
All right, so San Juan with one change to the roster from that America Cup team, and that is Quascut. Luis Quascut, the big man in the middle, with Adrian Ocasio, Antonio Relat, and my guy, Allende. Leandro Allende. Now Team Jeddah. They're the hometown team. They come out rocking the green jerseys. They finished 20th in the World Tour standings, 21st in the World Tour standings this year. Played in 5 Masters. Their best showing was in Marseille, where they placed 4th after making it to the semifinals. So this team has talent. When you look at Mr. Nice, Dominique Gentil, when you look at Ovidius Veranauskis, the tatted master. I gotta come up with a nickname for him. He's got maybe the dopest tattoo.
His ink series just dropped. Did you see that?
I did. I saw some of it.
That's so cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like, his ink is tough. He's a tough player. These are referees for this one. Edmund and Vlad holding it down.
Yeah.
But look, I got 2 questions for Jeddah. One, they got a new player they're trying to integrate. Kevin Kor injured, not here with the team, so Kovacevic steps in. He's from Serbia. I've seen him play in the past in the under-23 World Cup in 22. He's a tough nose, big. He's able to switch, and he's trying to get some bully ball action going underneath the basket, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how well that works against San Juan, though, but Jeddah, to me, the X factor is Mr. Nice, Dominique Gentil. I saw him play in Marseille.
Yeah.
He got some big shots to go down, and once he start hitting those shots, this team is a dangerous outsider to come out of this pool.
Well, he's a 3x3 veteran, Mr. Nice. He's going to have to bring his best. Obviously, these are like championship games for teams playing here in the qualifying draw. It is single elimination for the most part. If you lose, that puts you in a tough spot because this is a tough group. So San Juan, fresh off the America Cup gold, trying to earn their way into the main draw against the home-standing Jeddah squad, new-looking Jeddah squad. I think you were talking about the interior play, Boz. Quascut is a problem on the interior.
Yeah, and Quascut, even being an interior player, he's a very quick twitch player, right? He's fast off the ground, fast off his feet. He can put a lot of pressure on the ball, as we see here early in the game. It's interesting to see what matchups that Jeddah plays on him, if they put Kovacevic on him or not.
We will find out. Here we go, Mr. Nice with Quascut, one of the best defenders in the game. Holding them off, Quascut. Just his presence at the rim throws the shot off. San Juan quickly get it out. Lotto, mid-range, step back. Stroke was broke. Did Ocasio have his hand in his pocket on that rebound?
He did.
He gets it up and in. Look, Bob, one hand. Ocasio with some big shots out there in San Juan just a few days ago. He picks up where he left off. Veranauskis will draw the foul on Relat. If you haven't checked out Veranauskis' Ink series at FIBA 3x3, you can find that on the gram, I believe.
Yeah, you can. Again, some of the coolest looking ink in the game. He hit the brakes here, got fouled on a 2-point attempt, so we'll see him at the line for 2.
Veranauskis, a former Masters MVP, back when he played for Vilnius. Made his return to the game a couple years ago. And still got that stroke. Gives Jeddah a 2-1 lead here to start. Just scratching the surface of the World Tour Final from Jeddah. Kyle Montgomery, Boz Rosendahl in your ear. Oh, Quascut with the dribble. Oh, no. That was a Russell Westbrook. All side of the glass. That's not what they had hoped for. Mr. Nice will dish it inside. Oh, yeah, they bumping and banging.
Told you, Kovacevic is going to try to play some bully ball down there. He's starting off with a miss against Glasgow, and now he takes advantage of his size against Ocasio.
Got some good size. San Juan, 12th in the World Tour standings. Usually that would be enough to get them an automatic spot in the main draw, but again, new fold this year makes things more interesting. Big Time Lotto pulls up and knocks it down mid-range. San Juan with 6 Masters played this year, highlighted by their second place finish in Edmonton and a semifinal run in Manila. Ralat, the leading scorer, averaging 6.4 per. Ocasio from the logo. Blau.
This is what makes San Juan so dangerous. They're a good jump shot shooting team. That means high varies, right? Some games you hit him and then you win easily, and they start hitting them early.
Well, I think Ocasio could be an X factor. They got to respect his ability to shoot it from long range. He's known as more of a power player and inside player, but I've seen him hit some big shots from 2 range. There's a big brick from 2 range. Kovacevic couldn't connect that time. Now it's Ralat going to work. Veranauskas with the lockdown D. Over to Allende. Andele, arriba. Quick move to the cup. He will lay it in. Foul red. San Juan been one of the better defensive teams on the tour this year. They like to lean on their defense to kind of spark their offense. So far, they lead it by 2.
Yeah, they're a very switchable team and are able to put out a lot of pressure because of that. Veranauskas, though, gets through that pressure here.
Sticks it right to him on the drive. Veranauskas is, I'll say, the last month of the season, he's elevated his game. Now, Jeddah haven't had the success that they would have liked, but Veranauskas is hoping.
Sure is, and again, he's been showing us that since way back in the days.
Wasku with the strong move. It's still a 2-point game. Mr. Nice too strong on the 2 release. Give me that back. Saves it, but almost saved it. Out of bounds off of Green. And San Juan, Puerto Rico will take over. Big thank you to our ball and apparel sponsor, Wilson. Our official timekeeper, Maurice Lacroix. Ralat. And that just ruined the highlight.
Yep.
And not to forget our global partners, Chooks to Go. Ralat's drive threw me off. Have a look.
I think this season might be the best season for after call highlights so far. We've seen some crazy stuff happen after the ref moved.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Antonio Ralat, fresh off a performance where he averaged 5.8 points per game en route to that Amira Cup goal. He's golden from the stripe. San Juan's lead 7-4 right now. Kovacevic not stroking from deep.
Pick and popping on all of his screens, and I think his size advantage inside is where he should be taking advantage of his matchups.
Yeah, Ralat just made him a part of the space program. The step back splash from deep. It's going to be hard for Kovacevic to keep up with him in that type of mismatch. Veranauskas, a little strong. Round comes Ralat. Ocasio a little slow on the cut. He was looking for Ocasio, and he was nowhere to be found. We are heading into our first break in the action. TV timeout. Some of the work that Antonio Ralat has been trying to do. He ran into a brick wall though and Mr. Nice.
Mr. Nice, you can't get past it like that. But San Juan has moved quickly and taken a big lead here early in the game on the back of some hot jump shooting. They're outplaying the mismatches every single time. Ralat has been dynamic early.
Yes, you want to see your beautiful faces on the big screen and let us know who you're rooting for.
So the highly anticipated 12th World Tour Final from here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Long attempt from Ralat. That's a no for me. Down low, up fake. And he's a mammoth down there, Mr. Nice. He means business.
I've tried to move Mr. Nice in the post in the past as we played many a game against each other, and he is a immovable object, let me tell you. That man's made of steel.
Stronger than the crowbar. He steps up to the line, and he will knock it down. Jeddah not going away without a fight. And they're right in this fight with 6:13 to go, trailing just by 3. They got to sleep in their own beds. No long flights for them.
Is that a pro or a con, though?
Well, I think most people would consider it a pro.
I'll tell you this. I've experienced playing at home before. It's very nice because you get to sleep in your own bed. Again, you don't have to travel far, but also there's a lot of people around the tournament that want you to do something, right?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a hometown team, and that could be distracting.
Yeah, that's true. San Juan know about the pressures of being the hometown team. They delivered in their own backyard at the AmeriCup.
Yeah, right about that.
But they kind of echoed that same sentiment when I talked to them about playing at home. And they said we loved it, but the pressure was so much higher. Not wanting to disappoint the fans. Oh, Vedanowskis was giving Ralad some problems on that crossover. The recovery defense forced the pass. Allende to the cup. Oh, take that back. Ocasio with the slap off the glass. Allende is driving at will. Exercising his driver's license against Jeddah. The lead is now up to 5 as we approach the 5-minute mark. Vedanowskis slides to the right. Nah, bruh.
You can see Jeddah is starting to resort to hard shots because the defense for San Juan has been so tight. Vedanowskis with a sidestep here. No space to get the shot up whatsoever.
Yeah,
Up a miss.
They definitely want to create some easier shots in that offense because the game is not going to get any easier as we're now past the midway point.
I like the matchup with Vedanowskis and Ralad, though. Both these guys are shifty. They try to get past each other with those moves. It's a good thing to see. Vedanowskis here off the Kovacevic screen this time. Decides to roll right away. It's a foul. This is what I'm talking about. Kovacevic needs to play big. He's the biggest and the bulliest player on the court here.
.12-5 contest. Vedanowskis, ISO game up top with Kwaskud. He decides to give it up. Mr. Nice. He was into trouble. They'll kick it out to Mr. Nice. You won't get a cleaner shot than that. Drippy from long range.
Odd decision by Kovacevic with an open layup, but it pays off. Mr. Nice hits a 2.
Yeah, I was questioning the kick out myself.
It's a decision you don't see very often.
Kovacevic, you can tell he hadn't played a lot of 3x3. He didn't know to continue just then. Vedanowskis, he will get to the rim. Jeddah within a possession. Ocasio, has it poked away. Allende cannot hold off Kovacevic as he's starting a little tear.
Told you that man can play some bully ball. He's exercising his height right now.
Oh, Allende. Dos es bueno.
14-11.
Uh-oh. He had Kwaskud out there looking silly. Ocasio off the right iron. 14-12 and it's sprint to 21. Vedanowskis looks like he's gassed. Look how Vedanowskis needs a break.
Even looking at the play anymore.
Vedanowskis is done. That was 2 versus 3.
Vedanowskis just set a screen.
Oh, look at Vedanowskis. He can hardly walk. But
giving it your all, though. That's what it is. And the conditions here, it's a little hot.
It's been that kind of season, too.
Yeah.
This is a record season, by the way. 17 regular season events, capped by number 18 here with the World Tour Final in Jeddah. The most compact and busy 3x3 season ever. So I would expect most players to be running on E this time of year. But somebody please get that man a rest and some water. Vedanowskis is going hard out there.
Those moves take some energy out of you for sure. 3 crossovers, stepping back, and then getting to the cup.
In the heat.
That'll get you out of breath.
It's only so much that breeze from the Red Sea can do for you.
Which breeze?
Right.
Talk about a breeze. I don't feel a breeze out here whatsoever. It's just hot.
There's Mr. Nice. He will elevate and get the score.
15-13. It's been a quick score.
Kwasku, that's an uncharacteristic shot.
Kwasku has struggled a little bit at this game. A couple of turnovers. Now he misses a shot. Gives this one up for Kovacevic and then doesn't rebound as well.
Oh, yeah.
Kwasku is gassed too.
What a pushing foul, but you're right. And Kwasku wants a breather.
See, the conditions are going to be a huge effect on the game here.
Man, you would think that this was Denver or something. Like the elevation was different. The way the guys are struggling breathing.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's the humidity.
Yeah, it's a little sticky out here.
It is.
So we got 2:41 left. Oh, Kovacevic misses a chance at the line. San Juan's 7th foul, by the way. So in the penalty. Oh, and that one will rattle out. Ralat turning the corner. Man, Ralat is tough as nails, man. One of the breakout players here in his debut season. Wait a minute. That is going to be a travel.
You're right about Ralat. San Juan going with a very, very different look this year, and he's come out and shown the world that he can play in this game of 3x3 for sure.
Yeah, new generation of San Juan. See them be able to put it together this year. Allende will drop his shoulder. Allende's playing well in this one. Man, Ralat continues to get bucket after bucket after bucket, and he's got San Juan up 17-13.
Curious to see if Varanauskas can do something now he's back in the game. Oh, Mr. Nice. Try to get that elbow in there, but couldn't make the shot. But I'm curious to see again Varanauskas. He blew himself up earlier, and recovering from that and going that deep is tough.
Oh, count that. Antonio Ralat playing with the heart of a warrior. And he is trying to will San Juan to a win. Look as he shifts gears through the paint, through the contact, over Varanauskas. And Lotto is trying to provide the winning ticket for San Juan in game number 1 of this qualifying draw. Ralat, why not? Bottoms.
19-13.
Varanauskas with enough energy to nail the midi. Ralat's down. Now it's up to Ocasio. Ocasio grazes the rim. Oh, too much heat on that pass from Mr. Nice. Barnaby's able to track it down. 2-ball corner pocket. Nah. Here comes Ralat. Here comes Ralat. Stop, drop, and roll. That man's hot. Game time. 21-14. San Juan pull away by 7. Thanks to a lights out performance from Antonio Ralat, a.k.a. Lotto. He had the numbers, I say, boss. Plenty of them.
I'm going to go ahead and say he might have scored 10. I'm not sure. Big shot for Lotto down the stretch, too, to pull away. You can remember a minute ago, this game was almost tied. Kovacevic free throws would have been a tie. He missed both, and then San Juan just went on a tear. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. Lotto started it early, too, with the jumper.
Yeah, he was the catalyst, without a doubt. Ocasio got in on the action from long range, but this was an Antonio Ralat takeover. He's been doing it all year long, averaging 6.4 points per game on the World Tour. I don't know why y'all thought it was going to be any different here in Jeddah. He sticks to the script as San Juan sticks it to Jeddah to start things off. A valiant effort from Jeddah, but ain't nothing they could do with that man right there. He was out of control on a scoring tangent. And as the game wore on, Jeddah kind of wore down. Out of gas, playing in the heat and humidity. They gave it their best punch, but they couldn't match the power of San Juan and their new star, Antonio Barlat. It's a runaway dub for San Juan, 21-14 to start off this World Tour Final from Jeddah. Next game on the slate, we'll see San Juan and Paris. They're slated to get that ball checked in about 12 minutes. 4:30 is check ball for game number 2. So the qualifying draw will roll on. We will take a brief break, but more action, of course, on the way as we get ready to settle this qualifying draw here in Jeddah. Stick around.
Good game.
Oh yeah, we gotta have this game with the crowd.
So, what is your name? Do you have a short name? Nickname? What is your name? Can you repeat? Ale? Okay. I'm gonna
Try the banana. See if you can
What is your name? Maria. Maria Ale. Ale Maria. Okay, so, do you play basketball as a professional player? Okay. So, Maria, you have to wait here. Ale, okay, so take the ball and listen to the rules. Very simple. 12 seconds is the time limit. Okay? If you score 2 baskets in 12 seconds, Mo and myself, we will offer you the Wilson ball on the chair. Okay? Are you ready, my friend? Ready? Okay, so, you know ready?
سو اللعبه دي سهله 12 ثانيه الحارس عنده 12 ثانيه فقط عشان يسجل 2 سكور اذا سجل 2 سكور راح ياخذ الكوره هديه.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Ali! Good luck, my friend. 3, 2, 1, go! Set your rhythm, set your rhythm. Come on, come on, come on! Stop, stop. Come on, come on! On the line! No! Stop! Okay, stop the music, stop the music. Ali, as you are a good guy, and as you are my friend, I change the rule. You can't take a shoot from this side. Shh. It's a secret, you know? It's a secret! Okay. Shh. This side. Okay. So, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh! Okay, wait. Okay, one more secret. One shot, without time, without music. One shot. Here. Shh. What do you want? So, 2 baskets in 12 seconds. Almost. The ball is for you, the Wilson ball. Make a round of applause for all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, madam. You can go here. I'm straight to So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the international Maria. Yes, Maria. You play basketball as a professional player? Medium player, like me. Like professional medium. Okay, so on the line, Maria, are you ready? Yes. Really ready? No. Okay, so we need your energy, ladies and gentlemen, for Maria. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Good luck. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yes. Change the room. Okay.
Hey, everybody, hey, everybody.
Come on, come on, clap, 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 clap. Stop. DJ last, and then. Okay, Maria, take your Wilson ball. Another secret. Okay, shh. Maria. Just here. Okay? One shot here. Let's go. Now, DJ last when you want. Time. Let's go, Maria. Let's go. Wait. Challenge. The basket is good! So, the whistle ball, Maria, at the buzzer is for you. I get this one. Ladies and gentlemen, make a round of applause for Maria! Thank you so much. You can go out. Thank you. Up. And ladies and gentlemen, especially for you on the screen, if you want to know the official rules of 3x3, keep an eye on the screen for the international voice of 3x3, especially for you. Mr. Kyle Montgomery for 3x3 rules right now.
Welcome to the world of 3x3, baby. It's an exciting new brand of basketball. You got 2 teams of 3 players on the court, and you got 1 player sitting on the bench in your wing. We're going to have court with 1 rim. With the official 3x3 basketball made especially for the fast-paced outdoor game. The first team to 21 points is the winner, other team will go for it after 10 minutes. You have just 12 seconds on the shot clock, and the clock is ticking, baby. Anything inside the arc is worth 1 point, while anything outside the arc is worth 2. Solid, baby. And once you score, the ball doesn't stop. Offense turns to defense, just like that.
It's a 10-minute range in a couple of seconds. The game of the 2 of the playing tournament between San Juan and Paris, ladies and gentlemen. But just before the next game of the playing tournament, the official fan experience of the competition, you have to scan the QR code for your photos. If you want to, you post a photo on the screen. If you want to play with us, the fan games, if you want to know the schedule of the day and the schedule of the competition, you have to scan the QR code and follow the very simple instructions. Thank you.
انتم شايفين على الشاشات يمين اليسار في QR كود اللي ممكن تعملوا له سكان يبعث كل معلومات البطوله المباريات الجدول.
All right, welcome back to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. This is the World Tour Final qualifying draw. Once we make it through the next 2 games, then our field of 12 will be set for the 12th edition of the World Tour regular season finale. All right, well, we just saw what San Juan could do against Jeddah, and that is run away with a 7-point victory, thanks in large part to the right wrist of Antonio Ralat. Now can they do it against Team Paris? This was, to me, this game was all along was going to decide who comes out of the qualifying draw. Obviously, it'll be settled if San Juan can get a win here. But I think both of these teams, Bob, possess of the same kind of character, same kind of makeup. They're mentally tough. They fight you tooth and nail, and they're hungry.
Very, very hungry, and I think adding to that, both teams are very athletic, right? They have the ability to switch all the screens, put out a lot of pressure, get a lot of rebounds, and contest a lot of shots. Now, both teams have an X factor. We just saw a lot do all the work in the last game. Now we got Paul Joko coming up.
That is going to be a hell of a matchup.
Man, something I'm looking forward to.
Paul Joko, one of the best perimeter defenders in all of 3x3, and made a pretty heroic comeback this year. He's the first out to the floor. Paul Joko, that's his government name. We call him the Joker around these parts. But it is no laughing matter when he's on the court, trust me.
Yeah, he came out a couple of tournaments ago, right? He's only played 3 tournaments on the year. He shot 41% from 2 in those tournaments, and that's what he brings to this squad besides individual shot creation and a lot of defense.
And the funny thing about it is teams have not respected his ability to shoot beyond that 2-point arc, but this year they're going to have to. He's joined by Jules Rambeau, Vincent Fauché, and of course, the one and only Frank Seguela, a.k.a. Frank Sekila. He is the spoon that stirs the on café for Team Paris.
All right.
7
two languages so far. Huh?
There we go.
All right.
Just keep track of them.
All right, cool.
But 7.5 points per game. Masters MVP. Scored 14 points against Oob en route to their first and only Masters title for Team Paris this year.
That was a ridiculous game.
Incredible run in Wuxi. So Louis Squascoot and company will have their hands full without a doubt. Team Paris, probably a little bit more of a challenge and that's no shot to Jeddah now. I don't want that to be taken as a shot to Jeddah, but Paris have obviously enjoyed much more success. Obviously, as a Masters winner this year, one of 12 total on the season. So they'll be meeting their match in this one. This is one I've been looking forward to. So Paris, who qualified to the qualifying draw due to the new rule this season, granting a spot to the team with the most wins on the pro circuit. The Frenchman won 41 games on the pro circuit, 7 on the World Tour, including that undefeated run in Wuxi to win their first ever Masters title. 1 challenger win in Poitiers, and 6 more challenger semifinal appearances. So you want to talk about a roller coaster ride. This team embodied that this year. This Paris team, without Paul Joko, by the way, boss, they were 1-10. They were 1-10 in their first 5 Masters this season before winning it all in Wuxi. Like they came out of nowhere. So it's been quite the run here in 2023 for Team Paris.
Yeah, for sure. Very up and down season, but trending up at the right time down the stretch here with the return of Joko to the lineup. And, you know, they're looking to continue that trend here, obviously. I feel like this, and you've kind of noted this before, I feel like this matchup is going to be very interesting. Either it could be a huge shootout, or it could be a very defensive-minded matchup with both teams matching up so well as far as athletic ability. Yeah,
I mean, Paris has 2 sides to them. You know, they're like Harvey Dent. You know, there's the side where they shoot the lights out, which we saw again with Frank Seguela in particular, knocking down 7 twos and beating Oob in that Wuxi final. And then you see the Paris team that sometimes struggles to get offense. Seguela hasn't exactly been the most consistent from beyond the 2-point arc this year. He's a consistent bucket. But in terms of their consistency beyond that 2-point arc, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Yeah, and it's not just Seguela, right? I remember in Wuxi, Vincent Rambeau, he turned into a shooter as well all of a sudden.
Yep.
That helps a lot.
Yep. And Fauché can get to it. Fauché's a pretty capable shooter. But the team on the year is shooting 31% from 2 range. Not bad, but also not great. Kind of middle of the line. 31% as a team. 64% from inside the arc. So we will see what they bring this time around. Apparently we got a technical issue going on.
Well, we got one going on right here.
Well,
you're making a mess of things already.
Boz is spilling stuff already, y'all. I didn't want to tell y'all, bust him out at home. He just dumped his Pepsi all over the both of us.
Yeah, you're right. It's hot. Starting to get cooled down a little bit.
God. Come on, Boz. You got to get used to the World Tour Final. Don't get nervous and start spilling stuff on me.
It's my 2nd World Tour Finals now. Come on now.
I'll call my security guards over here. The same ones that bring me food and drinks throughout. Oh, we just kidding. What's up with y'all? Yeah, how y'all doing at home? Chime in with us. Let us know what y'all thinking. We want to hear y'all on the YouTube stream. We want to see what y'all saying on social media. Follow us at FIBA 3x3. Use the hashtag 3x3WT. I believe that's right. Scoreboard's down, so I can't double check that, Boz. Or is it WT Final?
It might be.
You know what, y'all hold off on that until I get that complete.
We'll figure it out.
But again, it's been a marathon of 10-minute sprints this year. 32 challengers, which was also a record, to go along with 18 stops, including the final here at this 12th edition of the FIBA 3x3 World Tour. A part of the field, we got Olympic medalists. We've got former NBAers. We got the best talent in the league.
And we got the best talent behind the mic as well.
Well,
yeah.
Look at you tooting your own horn.
No, I'm tooting yours. That's all
I
right.
was tooting yours. See, we just did that for each other.
Yep.
See, teamwork makes the dream work.
There you go. I'm excited to be here with you, though. I can't lie.
No, Boz, it's good. We had a great time at the final last year, which also was here in Jeddah. So happy to be back right up the Red Sea. I'd be happy once we start playing. You know, I like seeing all the friendly faces in the crowd. But
I'm going to see some unfriendly faces on the court for sure.
Yeah, where's our top technicians? I think they're just trying to build up the suspense for this next game, which
they're building up some hunger in my stomach. That's for sure.
Oh, we talking about food already.
Yeah, we've got to start early, huh?
I never get hungry until you start talking about food, boss.
I got a list of stuff I have to eat when I'm out there.
By the way, I did my predictions. If y'all have been following us on our social media account, I'm taking all kinds of heat for it, Boz.
I can imagine.
Which I anticipated. Like, every time I have to give a prediction, I always make some enemies. If I forget to mention a player or a team, they're like, oh, yo, you didn't say this. Like, listen, y'all, they got to learn how content is created. You get a certain amount of time, and I've got to go with the teams that come to mind quickly. But one I do regret not mentioning, Boz, there's two that I probably should have got in there. One should have been Vienna for certain, okay? And number two, Partizan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Partizan is on the higher end of the middle of the pack teams, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and they're a team with high variance, right? And I think that goes a little less so for Vienna, but Partizan, if they get hot, they could probably beat anyone. And they've shown that in tournaments now. They've grown into the season, but it's still very inconsistent, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they come in third. They came in first, but then, they followed it up with an 8th spot. Or at least they preceded that with an 8th spot. So you never know what you get from them. They have the tools to win it all, but you know what? If we're really going into things, I think there's about 10 to 12 teams here, maybe even all teams here.
Thank you.
That could go all the way because, this is the most, I think the World Tour Finals with the most parity I have ever seen. And I've been around the game for a long time.
For sure, and I say that every year, but it also reigns true every year because as the game continues to evolve, we see more and more parity. We've seen some of the superstars change teams and kind of shift the balance. So I think that's reflective here at the World Tour Final this year and should make for an exciting first day and second day of play. Here's another conversation that's up for debate. And if we had a podcast, Boz, this would be a great topic. MVP has been hotly discussed this year. And, on the surface, it seems like a runaway. Strahinja Stojicic, the numbers he's put up this year, incredible, unbelievable, historic. He leads in every major statistical category. And they won 6 Masters events this year.
Yes.
Okay.
And they've also trended downwards hugely down the stretch of the season.
Okay, that's one part of the discussion. The other part of the discussion is most valuable player means player having the most value to their particular team.
All right.
I would say that UB is, if not the deepest team in the league, certainly one of the top 3 deepest. You got arguably the GOAT, Dejan Majstorovic. Marko Brankovic is right up there, a top 3 player. And when Nemdiza was healthy, he probably was the best defender in the game, certainly one of the best rebounders. So he has got a lot more help. Then you look at a Worthy de Jong, who scores 9.3 points per game. Amsterdam, without his services, you wonder what that team might look like. You got to throw Jimmer Fredette in the conversation because Miami's the only other team besides UB who have won more than one Masters title. How would that Miami team look without Jimmer Fredette? So which player is the most valuable to their team and to their team's success?
If we go all the way down that line, you could probably name a couple other guys.
Well, sure, but
there is some others. These are your top contenders for sure, though.
But you also have to throw in results.
Pukelis, though?
Pukelis.
Dark horse contender.
Yeah, Pukelis, man. Pukelis has balled out this year, no doubt.
I mean, it's not as sexy as Worthy de Jong's nifty moves.
No.
It's banging, and he's hitting some shots from the outside,
This
but
is
he
true.
is very, very effective, finishes at a very high clip, and what would that team look without him?
True. But I think it comes down to Masters win success. I think that there's a couple players who could actually make a case if they win the World Tour Final.
You're right.
If they win the World Tour Final, which is the biggest prize of the entire season, it's not a regular season award because UB has already won that. This is our version of the NBA championship. So who do you praise at the end of the year? Do you praise the team that won 70 games in the regular season but didn't win the NBA Finals?
I mean, if you go by MVP, it's a regular season award, right?
Okay.
So, yes, I mean, I would for sure go for that. But recency bias is a thing, right?
Yes.
Storylines are also a thing. And I think both of those don't really speak in Strahinja's favor, even though he's been statistically right and maybe also on the court one of the better players of the season. As you alluded to, their team, they've all won. Every individual player that's on the squad at the start of the year, at least,
Yeah.
I mean, I know Nem Diesel got hurt. They've won an MVP in a tournament.
That's a fact.
So
to my point.
Yeah. It's a very tough decision. I need
It's
some
tough.
people to start hitting this up with what they think, right?
Please, what do y'all think about the MVP discussion? I know that Worthy is becoming a sexy pick. Obviously, the numbers jump off the page at 9.3 points per game, but don't sleep on Strahinja. It's not 9.3 points per game, but he's averaging nearly 7 per game, and he leads in every statistical category that you can think of: points, rebounds, key assists, player value, double fives, triple fives, drives. Like the list goes on and on. It's truly been a historic season for the both of them, and throw Jimmer Fredette's name into that hat too. So it's a discussion that I think will be discussed. Obviously, I'm going to have to give my end of season awards.
Oh yeah,
and I'm going to have to make a decision for myself.
When are you taping those?
Tomorrow. Yeah, I do my end of season awards tomorrow.
I'm curious.
I know who my newcomer of the year is. I'm pretty close on my defensive player of the year. Sickest handles. I think I'm pretty close on that.
Mm-hmm.
But we've had several great newcomers of the year. You think of Stefan Milivojevic of Partizan. You think of Antonio Relat. Obviously, Jimmer Fredette is in that conversation. So maybe that was not as easy as I.
And you're saying you got sickest handles locked up. I got a couple names for you in that one.
Okay.
We just saw Varanowski's yank a dude.
Yeah, that's facts. But I like. But no, come on. Gilles Martin this year. I mean, Norris Miezes, he's another dude that's always been pretty consistent in that conversation. But yeah, sickest handles. I'm selecting the dude that's rocking people every tournament. Can't stay in front of him.
I think I know who you're going with, but it's all right.
Okay.
We'll leave that for your video.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't spoil my end of season awards before we put them out.
Nah. I'm curious though. I mean,
I got some thinking to do. I definitely have some thinking to do.
You already know what discussions we're going to have at dinner tonight. This is going to be like this. We're going to go down the list and discuss all of these.
And y'all might shift my opinion on maybe some of the people that I kind of have etched in. So apparently the games will resume shortly. I wish I could update you on what the heck is actually going on, but me and Boz are a little bit away from the action, so but I'm almost certain that it's a technical issue. So it just adds a few more minutes to the day.
Could have gotten some food.
Okay, so we will take a brief break. We lost some power in the venue, so that's the holdup. But as soon as we get rebooted, y'all, trust me, we'll get to qualifying draw game number 2. Paris, San Juan on deck from Jeddah. Stick around.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the game number 2 of the play-in tournament. San Juan, Paris. Make a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2 teams on the court. San Juan and Paris.
Oh yeah. Let's go. FIBA 3x3 World Tour Jeddah Final 2023. And we are back in
All right, thank you for your patience on that delay. We have power back in the building. By the way, that hashtag is 3x3 WT Jeddah if you want to get active and involved with us on social media. The countdown is on. Qualifying draw game number 2 is finally underway. Kyle Montgomery, aka The Voice, The Mountain, Boz Rosendahl here with you. Can San Juan get a dub that will secure their spot in the main draw? Lotto is still getting money like an invoice as he starts the scoring for Team San Juan. Joko gets it to Rambo, but Rambo couldn't get a hand on it. That'll be a turnover for Team Paris. And again, to get you reset, Team Paris qualified to the qualifying draw due to a new rule this season, which grants the team with the most wins on the pro circuit a spot in the qualifying draw. They are Masters winners in Wuxi. I like your cut, G. They find Segela for Lele as Paris get on the board. Kwasku, back door cut. Ralat won't stop. Ralat won't stop. He's got the opening 2 points for San Juan. Can he D up Segela? No, he can't. That's a bucket. Segela too big.
Faked him out like a conspiracy theory on that one.
Hey, I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist, boss.
That's all right. That's why I use this. I got some more for you.
Segela, using that size, he's good for 7.5 points per game. One of the top scorers on the tour this year, and he's an 85% free throw shooter, so you know that's money. Paris leading 1-1. Ralat going to work. It's the day shift. He putting in overtime. Get that man a raise.
It's been all a lot early. Paris, they keep up with the scoring, though.
Yeah, Paris, they can score with the best of them. Average 18.5 points per game. Oh, nice setup, Allende. He's unable to get the bucket to go, but he will take a trip up to the stripe.
Number 4, Leandro Allende.
So Leandro Allende, a critical piece for San Juan in earning their AmeriCup title, gold medal. Just about 72 hours ago, before making a long trip here to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. No jet lag. No jet lag on the Puerto Ricans. They came out victorious by 7 in game number 1. They lead by 1 here and now.
You made the same trip, didn't you?
I did make the same trip, but I don't have to run back and forth for 10 minutes. I just got to run my mouth.
People get tired of that too, huh?
Never. So we got another whistle on the floor. That ball, the possession to Vincent Fauché. And Team Paris from the elbow, they go. Segela heads it off to Jules. The Rambo Warrior heads it off to Segela. No good. Kwasku. Did you see the first emoji challenge, by the way?
I did.
Did you see what I had to look at to try to pick Kwasku's name?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
There was a cucumber, a peach, and a set of scissors.
Cool ass. Oh yeah, I got it. Cool ass guy. That's it.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, but I think it's Kwasku.
Don't you got a second one coming up? Ooh. Old school move by Rambo.
Bringing the thunder.
He's got an old school movie star name. You remember the old Rambo films?
I do remember
Sylvester Stallone? 5-5 game. 2.5 minutes in.
Rala up top. Gets into the key.
Rala denied.
Denied.
There's that defense I was talking about for the Joker. That one dished off and broken up.
Defense on both sides. First, you got Ralan going up against Joko. Couldn't get past him. And then here, Segela just opts out of the shot. Quasquid is on him. Didn't want to take the risk of getting blocked.
That presence alone deters shots. Oh, the Joker is sick and twisted. He spins and gets the score on the inside. A 1-point lead for Paris. Antonio Ralat. That one grazes the iron. They'll let that one go out of bounds.
Defense has picked up here down the stretch. Ralat got free for a bunch of easy ones early, but Barris has put the clamps on him in the last minute or so.
This is what they do. Both teams well-coached squads, but it starts on the defensive end. Now Paris, I mentioned they score about 18.2 points per game, but they give up about 18.3.
Negative net rate, huh?
Yep, negative net rate, which was a little bit shocking for me. They got to decide whether they want to be a defensive team or an offensive team. And they run out of time because this is the last one of the year.
Return of Joker will help for sure, right? He both brings the offense and the defense. I'm not sure if that decides the net rating in any way, but it helps.
San Juan, the stingier of the two teams, giving up an average of 17 points per. Oh, Joker going to the spin move. So Joko will head up to the strike. And in case you didn't know the story of Paul Joko, he missed the majority of the season, had a bad ankle injury that had forced him to have surgery. Wasn't sure he was even going to play this year. He makes a valiant return and helps lead him to the Wuxi Masters title. Ralat on the go, but he will miss his short. Wants a foul call. Here comes Joko. Joko chunks the deuces. Cash money.
San Juan leading off Joko, even though he's shooting 41% from 2 on the season. It's a big shot there. Paris, they got a little gap in this game. They're up by 4.
Well, Joko was taking it personally because teams were pretty much daring him to shoot shots from long range this year. And as you mentioned, 41%, 7 of 17 on the season. Hadn't shot a high volume, but he's knocked him down pretty consistently. And a 9-5 contest. Ralat with a quick step. Ralat, take it back! Frank Sekila just killed his shot. And he can't turn defense to offense. 9-5. Allende down to Ocasio. Ocasio forces one up. Segela with some tough interior defense and back-to-back plays, but Paris will throw it away. But another look at the replay. Frank Segela, respect my authority.
Came out with a Cartman reference.
He is not welcome here. Yeah, he killed it like Kenny. There's another one for you.
All right. I can't lie. I used to watch a lot of South Park.
Going down to South Park, gonna have myself a time. Yeah, they have a character on there named Kyle, obviously.
Yeah.
There was some appeal for me to watch it. So a 4-point lead for Paris. San Juan really with their destiny in their own hands. A San Juan victory secures their spot in the main draw, Pool D.
It's a real winner-go-home situation for Paris already. San Juan, they already got a victory. They need this second one, though.
Oh, Ralat came up bashful, but Quasquid is there to clean up his mess and will pull his team within 3. 9-6. Oh, Quasquid's going to hit the deck. But tough because Segela's also got great size at about 6'7". So he also has the benefit of having a quick first step. You know, he's a versatile player. Ideal for 3x3.
He became more of a ball handler at this stage of his career, right? He used to be more of a screen pop, be an open shooter type guy. And he took over and showed the ability to handle a rock.
They'll quickly get it cleared. The Frenchman. Oh, there's a nice French dish.
Hits him right in stride, and Fauché hits the leg.
All right, back. So a replay from each team. Back door cuts, working to their advantage. Seguela ISO game where Kwasku's defense just left. Instead of complaining, he probably should have started some transition offense. He didn't do it. Ralat hit pause, then played, and he played himself. Missed the layup. Ralat with the rock back. Ralat on the baseline. There's some fatigued players out here.
Oh, yeah. And as he said, this could go either way, right? Very much an offensive game or a defensive game. It started out an offensive game. It's turned into more of a defensive contest. Both teams gassed because of the conditions here. It's hot, it's humid. You're sweating.
I'm sweating. Mosquitoes are biting me. I don't mind it. Oh, Ralat, check his footwork. You ain't got these. Man, Ralat is deep in his bag right now.
It's basketball bachata right there.
That is basketball bachata. I like it. But that footwork was a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty. 11-8, nice interior feed to Rambo as Paris keeps San Juan at bay. San Juan's formula is give the ball to Ralat and get out the way. He misfires that time. Oh, Ralat. Yeah, that is a fatigue foul and a mental mistake too, because he gets called for the unsportsmanlike. So 2 free throws are upcoming for Paris after that Antonio Ralat foul. Just left his feet and goes for a piggyback ride. You can't do that.
Yeah, he couldn't break anymore. Smart play, good hesitation by Fauché, who got him on his back because there was no play on the ball. That's an unsportsmanlike foul.
I guess Ralat got tired of carrying his team. He wanted somebody to carry him for a change. He gets whistled for the foul, but here's his last bucket that counted. A drive on the baseline. Fauché, he will get the free throw to go. As a team, Paris 80% from the free throw stripe this year. And Fauché will get them both to go. Paris' lead now up to 6.
It's about that time for Ocasio to start showing up in this game. He hasn't done much. He's the second scorer on this squad usually.
Yeah, that would be the concern. You know that Ralat is a certified bucket. But having that consistent help, look at the save here. Up top to Seguela.
Man, they're both found hit like Nemo.
Right up top, and he's wet. 16-8. As Paris are starting to pull away. Well, that's a layup. Well, that would have been a real layup. I thought they were going to show the 2-piece up top. But Seguela's not the one you want to leave open. Paris have now doubled the score of San Juan. Ralat is back in. Ocasio will bully his way to the bucket. Seguela will snag it away. Kwasku swipes it. He's claiming that goes off green, but it actually stayed Paris ball.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, he might have had an argument there.
Couldn't see it from that angle, but it looked close.
Yeah. In any case, it will remain with Badi. Joko drops the shoulder. Misses the layup. Rambo wants to reset up top to Seguela. Here comes Seguela. Oh, the dude is money.
San Juan just got lost. They had nobody on Seguela after that screen. Kwasku was looking from the baseline as that shot went in. Right when they need it most, he answers.
Man, this dude, Ralat, is flammable. The man catches fire in a blink. The step back right here, flames. 17-10 though. as Paris look like they're going to extinguish the hot shooting of Ralat unless something drastic changes in the next 2:30. We'll find out. Seguela tries to share into the cutting Fauché. That's a little bit too long. And you can see that Seguela's not 100%. His left hand is wrapped, but you can't really tell.
He's playing at a high level, even though he has advantage on his hand. Curious to see what ails him.
So hot, hurt.
Something's about to go down, so it's about to get lower dancing. Oh, all right. Okay.
You know, Midwest dude.
Come on, tell me you used to wear one of those Band-Aids on the eye.
I did. I was like, Leandro, Allende, too much sauce on that one. Joko turns the corner. Joker, he ain't scared of no contact. He does not get the layup to go. Under 2 minutes to play. If San Juan are going to make a run, the time is now. Ralat, he's going to draw the foul on Paul Joko. And the Joker will check out. As you can see, caught him in a tough position. I don't know, you making a face, Boz. Give me your thoughts.
I'm going to go ahead and say it out loud. Took that contact and jumped into it. I'm not sure that's a foul. Like, you know, you can't leave your own circle to pick up a foul, right?
This is true. I think Joko's momentum, though,
yeah, you're right,
was kind of carrying him into Ralat's space. Some of the more crafty players will do that. Even on the up fake, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sometimes they can pull those off. Anyway, Ralat will get San Juan a little bit closer. If he makes his free throw, that makes it a 3-possession game. 6-point difference with $1.50 to play. Big qualifying draw game. Cut over to Rambo. Rambo to the hole. And he's fouled. That's the 7th on San Juan.
Hard foul on San Juan on this possession. Gave up 2 free throws instead of just giving up a layup. Take a look again. Great pick and roll action, and then just kind of slides under him. They're going to look at the contact here to try to see if they have to upgrade this. He did not make a play on the ball, that's for sure. He just slid under him as he went up to the cup. Edmund Ho was looking at the replay system. Yeah,
and they're going to upgrade it, huh?
Yep. That's what I figured. Because Rambo went up with it, and he just slid underneath him. Could have just gave up a 1. Now you give up a lot more than that.
Well, the top priority is protecting player safety. So you've seen those unsportsmanlike fouls called more frequently this year, and it's really designed to prevent plays that are potentially dangerous.
Yep.
So it comes at a bad time for San Juan. They were already up against the ropes, and now they really getting woozy.
Yeah, and again, not to bring my calculator out, but if they lose this game, it could still be a 3-way tie. You never know.
Yep.
And they haven't scored much.
Yeah, it could be a recipe for disaster, depending on how the next minute 44 goes. There's Ralat trying to draw some contact again. Ocasio will let it fly. Bottoms.
They needed that one badly, and Ocasio comes through with a clutch bucket here.
Fauché on the drive. Lefty lay is no good. Allende in the right corner. Here comes Ralat. And that'll be the 7th foul on Paris. And you can see Seguela talking with Rambo and saying, we didn't need that, monsieur.
I think he might have not said it that nicely. Just saying.
This is a family show. So big free throw tips here for Leandro Allende.
Free throw number 1. Buckets. So both teams in a penalty now.
So don't look now. But San Juan, who was down by 7 points, have a chance to pull within just 2.
Wow.
What a game.
What a game. And this game looks like it's going to take another brief break because the power has decided to leave us. Come back, please. Oh, you see Joko just took his eyes off of it, and out of bounds it'll go. So we'll have a timeout on the floor, and you just hope that this isn't extended. In a game that's this heated, this tight, minute 15 to go, San Juan are starting to pick up momentum. You know, they got the juices flowing, the blood circulating. Obviously, nothing anybody can do about that except for continue to play on. Maybe we can keep track of the clock by hand or something.
Bring out one of those old school scoreboards.
No, but trust me, I mean, I can understand what the players are saying. You can see Kwaskud and Allende saying, you know, vamos, vamos, vamos. You know, let's play.
Yeah, they want to keep that momentum for sure. This is going to break maybe that and break some focus on both sides with both teams. Interesting to see what they do here, how fast they can get that power back on.
Yep. We'll try to recharge the power, and each team will recharge. But a close game now, down to a 2-point lead for Team Paris, who were dominating the game pretty much from the outset. Jumped out to a big lead. Looked like San Juan was going to be pretty much dead in the water. Then they catch fire, make some good plays. Ocasio hits a 2 up top. Allende goes to the free throw line, makes a couple of clutch free throws, and all of a sudden, they're well within striking distance.
Yeah, here we are, and it's interesting to see what this does to the mindset of both teams. Right, again, San Juan had some momentum, actually a lot of momentum down the last phase of the game. Paris, they looked like they were dead in the water for a little bit there, but this could reset for them for sure.
I want to hear you, ladies and gentlemen.
These situations as a player are tough to play through. Again, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know how much time you've got. Take a look at some of the highlights in this one so far. Joko with a big 2. No look pass from Seguela. I know you saw that. He looked away.
I did. On the replay, I just now saw it.
Do you want the t-shirt? Do you want the t-shirt with a couple t-shirts?
I don't want to see defense like that from Kwaskud.
Kwaskud is an interesting player when it comes to the defensive end. He's very, very good at contesting shots at the rim and giving pressure, but sometimes in that in-between game, he gets a little lost. He gave up a big open 2 on this possession because he was just not anywhere near the screen and couldn't make it in time. And then that Frank Seguela play from earlier where he just spun away from him, that was an easy foul picked up by Frank. I like Kwaskud's defense, don't get me wrong, right? He's a very, very good defender.
Yeah.
But he gets a little lost sometimes focus-wise in that mid-game.
Well, he should be the freshest of the 4 because he didn't play at that AmeriCup. So 1 second, I'm going to get an update on where things stand with the power box.
Well, we can't hear you.
All right, looks like the power has been restored. I can see Frank Seguela's handsome mug on the video board.
It's just a t-shirt.
Minute 15.
All right, we back in business, y'all.
Strap yourselves in.
See this song holding it down. 18-16, 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining ball game. San Juan ball.
Ocasio, grown man move, too strong. 60 seconds left. Deflected, 6 seconds to work on the shot clock. Fauché getting some space. Fauché looking for Seguela. Seguela ricochets off the iron. Allende will track it down. Over to Ralat. Ralat puts it up, misses it left. Oh, Ralat will track it down to the corner. Ocasio back to Ralat. Lotto on the drive, deflected. Great defense there from Seguela.
Big stop by Paris. Almost at the 30-second mark in this one. They needed that stop, but I feel like San Juan had like 2 open 2-pointers.
Some bad shots for each team. Shot clock violation, substitution is made as Paris get a little more size on the court. As Jules, red ball enters, Joko is out, the best perimeter defender, so Fauché will have to check up with Antonio Ralat.
And that's going to be a whistle.
And travel is called.
Not a very smart play. They tried to get Ocasio an open shot. He picked up his pivot foot. Take a look. Spins backwards and then just switches pivots. Yeah, that's a travel for sure.
Wow. We got 15 seconds left. Paris holding on to a 2-point advantage at the moment. Segala misses it. So here we go. 5 seconds to play. Lotto's got their number. The 2 ties it to send it to OT.
Yes.
Antonio Ralat. He's a star. He can't help but shine.
And what does that mean?
He will send San Juan into OT and a chance to win this qualifying draw.
Ralat with a clutch gene on that one. He had one shot to keep his team alive and he hit it. Going to OT.
Let's go.
There you know, now it's really win or go home.
Antonio Ralat. This dude is immune to pressure.
Come on.
Incredible performance from Antonio Ralat. San Juan erased a 7-point deficit and tied things up at 18 apiece. First team to score 2 in OT wins it. Joko looking for Segala. Joko will put it up. He does not hit it. Now it's Ralat's turn. He's a straight killer. Over to Allende! Ball game! Puerto Rico! A Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater! Courtesy of Leandro Allende! An unbelievable run to get it done! And San Juan, fresh off their AmeriCup gold medal, will get it done in OT. Another look at your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Leandro Allende shut it down like a computer. Now it's time for a snack. Big Boss Rosendahl is standing by with the hero of this contest, Leandro Allende, fresh off the game winner that sends San Juan to the main draw.
You guys were down leading this game. What happened out there?
I think that's the most important thing. We just fought through it, man. We just came back from the AmeriCup. We're tired. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we just keep going. We keep going, and we're the hardest working team out here. So that's why it showed at the end of the game.
You guys hit a big shot to win this game. Did you draw up a play when you had a little time out there?
Say that again.
Did you guys draw up a play or did you talk about who's going to get the ball for that final shot?
Man, we usually go through Antonio for our last shot, but they doubled him and I was wide open and I work on that shot every day, so I was confident how to hit it.
All right, well, congratulations and we'll see you in the main draw.
Team San Juan.
Wow.
2 games to win. Congratulations, guys.
San Juan.
تحية كبيرة لفريق
We
سان
just watched this
خوان.
team come back from a 7-point deficit. They trailed
On the screen, ladies and gentlemen, the highlights of the game between Paris and San Juan. And just after the highlights, we will thank the official sponsor of the competition, the official goal, just after the highlights.
Shot of his 3x3
زي ما انتم شايفين
career.
هنا على الشاشات يمينكم
He's got
يساركم
me
راح
losing my voice
تشوفوا.
already. I don't even care. Incredible finish. Paris looked like they had the game in the bag, but things aren't always what they seem. Looks are deceiving, aren't they? This game is a perfect example of that. But early in this highlight, you're going to see a whole lot of Paris. and a whole lot of Antonio Ralat. He single-handedly kept San Juan in the contest, and he set the table for Allende to play hero when it counted most in OT. But the performance from San Juan, they say they're the hardest working team out here. After a performance like that, it's hard to argue. There would be no argument from me.
Nah.
And certainly no argument from Paris. They were silenced in the worst way. In OT, we saw Antonio Ralat all up in his bag.
Just incredible play from Ralat. That fadeaway on the baseline is a thing of beauty. Stepping in and stepping away from the contact, pretty play. Now, you know, they're making it through to the main draw. I'm curious to see if they can keep the momentum. Winning the America Cup, they said they were tired, but they still kept on fighting through. And they have 2 games underneath them already to face up and with some tough teams in Pool D.
Hell, I wish I was that kind of tired. If that's tired, then give me that. They came back from 7 down and win it in OT. So, next game on the schedule is going to feature Paris and Jeddah. Obviously, got to give Paris a little bit of time to get recuperated. Or maybe not. Are they coming out right now? They've only had. Oh, wow. Fresh off the OT.
This is 3x3, ladies and gentlemen. You lose a game like that, a heartbreaker, and you have to turn right around. You have a minute, and then you have to get back on the court and play another one. This one's for sure hurting for them. Let's see if they can pick up and if they can change things mentally for themselves, because after a loss like that and being eliminated, right, they are out. Done. These teams are done. Then you have to come out and play another game with a minute of rest.
Yeah. I used your two words, by the way.
You did?
I did.
What'd you say?
You're gonna have to look back at the tape.
I'll watch.
Adios says challenge check. It was the best I could come up with. It wasn't the best, but it was the best I could do at the moment. Thank you. Well, this is a game that's inconsequential. It won't mean much. Muchas gracias.
Still 2 languages. I'm keeping track.
I was telling Esteban thank you very much because he got me the press kit that you actually took.
I keep giving you the papers. You just keep denying
It belonged.
And then you threw Pepsi all over your own papers.
It belonged to me, Boz.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
This is your second. This is my 8th. All right?
You're right.
I spill a Pepsi every year. It's a tradition for me.
I'm waiting for you to throw papers all over the floor and make this place a mess.
Listen, it ain't a mess. If it's not a tournament, if it's not a mess for me.
I get that.
Get used to it.
It's part of the show. Y'all should look at this man and what he leaves behind on a regular day of commentating. We get a press kit that's about 100 papers, because we need that, right? There's a lot of information in there, and that press kit is everywhere after day 1, and even more so after day 2. Y'all think the confetti on the court's a lot? It's like raining confetti out here with bigger papers.
Boz is worse than my ex-wife, complaining about me leaving stuff around. And listen, don't get me started. All right, I'm doing the heavy lifting. All right,
you're right about that.
So if I want to drop a paper or two,
I'll stop joking on you.
All right,
it's all right.
All right, I guess it's a little bit anticlimactic, to be honest, Boz. I mean, if we're going to keep it real, but I mean, it's always good to have a 10-minute sprint in front of us, but
you'd like them to matter.
Yes, this one will not matter at all. Both of these teams falling victim to San Juan representing Puerto Rico. They pick up where they left off and continue the hot streak from the America Cup here into Jeddah. And now the homesteading Jeddah team will play against Paris for pride to close the season. Expect both of these teams to be back stronger next season. Maybe some changes to the Jeddah squad who are playing without Kevin Core here.
5, 4, 3, X3.
And it's on. 3x3 action coming at you just off the Red Sea in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The last of our qualifying draw games. One that won't matter. There's the Joker with the swat. He will drop it off to Segala. Segala puts it up, but couldn't get the shorty to fall. Another look at Joker with the perfect timing. He's a menace defensively. They'll be looking to cap their 2023 on a high note.
Splash.
O'Shea, good luck with that.
I'm sure these guys know each other.
Yeah, of course.
Both from the French country, speaking French on the bus over here. But yeah, that's like trying to stop a freight train.
Well, this French team are the newcomers. They used to watch Mr. Nice playing on the national team.
Yep.
They watched him on a bronze medal in Nantes. He's one of the pioneers for French 3x3. Think about Charles Blanchard. Think of Vin Diesel. Some of the early French players. Charlie Pontins. You know, these are all players that, you know, obviously you played against, and I got a chance to call their games. So shout out to all of them.
Anthony Christophe, who was actually here as a coach.
Yes.
Well, all the way from the south of France.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they have a rich history in 3x3. And Villare, actually, he's not here, but he was a big part of the earlier days. Not the earliest days French teams, but the earlier days French teams.
Facts.
Former player for Team Bordeaux. And, of course, now a member of Team Paris. Man, you remember that World Cup in Nantes? I do. Obviously, one of the better tournaments of my career. But
yeah, of course.
not to toot my own horn, but I remember the area around the court very well with the metal elephant walking around.
Yeah.
That thing was so cool.
That metal elephant was very cool. The city itself was nice. I loved it. And you know we can't forget about Antoine Eight, though.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So
and some of those early French players are moving on to different teams now as well. Raphael Wilson making a stint on the Lausanne squad this year.
Yep.
So, you know, some of them are still active.
Wi-Fi. Meantime, there's a connection to Fauché. 3-zip Paris lead.
Now, tries to squeeze through with the travel.
Yeah, that's 3 steps on Barnawi. Can't do that. Paris back in possession. Jeddah still scoreless here.
Yep, Paris putting it on. And Jeddah might be taking the game off. If they aren't, it certainly looks like it. They got to get a bucket. Mr. Not. Oh, he played himself.
That's not so nice.
No, that's not so nice at all. Jean-Dip swings it. Barnawi gives it over. Vedanowskis. Wow. Man, he threaded the needle, but Barnawi. Barnacles. He blew it.
Oh, you fancy!
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, boss? I just came out with barnacles. All right. What do you want from me, boss? I mean, that's fun. What are we supposed to do with a game like this? Just 5-0?
Getting the SpongeBob bag, Mermaid Man, and Barton Boy.
I'm in the SpongeBob bag. I got some other SpongeBob stuff coming.
Oh no.
He said, oh no. Well, 5-0, this game is probably going to be ending sooner than...
It depends on if Jeddah can find a little bit here. Baranowska, their leading scorer in the first game, at least gets them on the board here after a little over 2 minutes of play. Oh, behind the back pass for Segala.
Rambo gets it back. Uncontested layup. Hey, listen, I can understand, you know, players not going too hard because they got to start thinking about next season. Obviously, the Olympic Games will be going down next year. It'll be the second time in Olympic history to have 3x3 on the Olympic program schedule. The French women are qualified, and the French men are going to have to play their way in.
Nice to read.
Yeah, that is going to be the big battle of next year. Who's going to make it to the Olympics? Who's going to pick up that second Olympic gold medal? I'm still holding out hope for my guys, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you.
Positioned well.
2024, right around the corner. United States women and Latvian men won the first ever gold medals. The Russian Olympic Committee took silvers, while China's women and Serbia's men earned bronze at the 2020 Tokyo Games. So, you want to talk? It was a busy year this year. I think next year is going to be even busier.
You might not be home for 6 months.
Well,
we'll see you on the road. You have to buy your gear in weird cities.
Daddy's got to bring home the bacon. It is what it is.
I need you to pick up an article of clothing from every city you go to. Just have you run like a fashion show at the end of the year, bro.
That's not a bad idea.
No, I'm telling you, that would be fun.
Although I did too much shopping this year all by itself, so stop encouraging me to go broke, boss.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unless you want to give me a loan.
What? Maybe we can get FIBA to do that.
My guy. Y'all hear that, FIBA? All right.
I need that Kyle runway at the end of the year with some odd outfits.
Yeah, just give me a little bump here and there. Boss too.
They can't find clothes my size.
That's true.
Just for the sake of this, though, can we have a tournament in Mongolia? I need you in that Warlord gear.
I actually do think that we do have a Masters in Mongolia next year. I think we do.
This will be your first time there, huh?
And if we do, I probably should have just said that live. Don't hold me to it. I'm just saying, I think, maybe. Nothing definite.
It's not set in stone just yet.
Yeah, not yet. Okay, there we go. Is this win set in stone?
Yeah.
We thought the same last game, boss. I mean, we were right in the obituary for Team San Juan, and justifiably so. 18-11, and Paris was like, okay. I said, here we go. The next game is going to be interesting, and let's see if Jeddah can force a three-way tie. This was already seeping into my mind.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say the stakes in last game were a tad bit higher than the ones in this one.
A little bit, slightly. But this one is being blown open. So Gala, he will miss it off the front of the rim. They'll feed it down low to Mr. Nice. Mr. Nice scoring over his pupil.
See, there's Mr. Nice in action. He hit him on the bump and then gave him a little tap to say, here you go, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Nice got that old school game.
They call him Mr. Nice for a reason, too. One of the nicest guys I've ever met, even though he will hit you on the court.
It is true. It is, you don't judge a book by its cover. He intimidates a lot of guys. He's big. Uh-oh. He comes up a little gimpy that time. Oh, Joko was trying to get tricky.
Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want in a game like this. You don't want to get hit on a screen like that and get hurt a little bit again.
Yeah, knock knees. That's the worst.
And that's a product of losing some focus because the stakes in this game are non-existent.
There's the Joker. Kovacevic gets called for the foul. The one good thing about a game like this is, you know, you got a chance to get some highlights. Kind of playing carefree. Kovacevic did not want to get dunked on. So he backs up into Rambeau and puts Jules Rambeau on the line. And that's good in the hood, G. We got an 11-3 game and a travel O'Shea to the Joker. The Joker bringing out a few tricks. And then he had a word or two for Mr. Nice. Here's Vedanowski's trying to thread the needle between the knees of, I believe, O'Shea. That ball is kicked, fresh 12-second shot clock. And again, with 5:13 to play.
I wish we had a camera on this. Both of you guys. I'm sitting here, DJ Las is bringing the heat. He's coming out with the good music.
Me and Esteban Gonzalez
and you
will have a dance off.
are just having a dance off. Interesting.
Who's winning? Tell me the truth, boss. Who's winning?
Tough to see. I say we might have two losers out here. No. I'm kidding. You got the shoulder shaving down. That's all right.
Okay, thank you. Out of bounds it goes. This will officially put the qualifying draw to rest and will set us up for the main draw. The 12 best in the world, minus a World Tour Masters winner, as Paris will not be moving on. So a 12-4 contest. Timeout on the floor.
And we already know where this one's going. I don't think a comeback's in the books. Jeddah, they know they can't advance out of this pool anymore. Paris as well, but they've mustered up the strength to at least score some buckets.
Yeah, but that was a deflating loss for them, for sure. To have that game pretty much in the bag, and to see a rally like that from San Juan, you can't do anything but respect them. Just tip your cap and say, man, a lot of heart.
And it shows the danger that San Juan poses for other teams, right? The explosiveness that they can score the basketball with, the fact that they can go on a run like that in a game that matters that much against a team that's as good as Paris should put the field on notice.
Oh, sure. And imagine the confidence that they're going to go into the main draw with, knowing that they can handle that type of adversity. They get down, 4, 5, 6 points, and all of a sudden, they got some recent memory to draw back on and say, look, we've been here before, fellas. Give it to Ralat.
Ralat, he had 11 points in their Jeddah win and 10 points in their Paris win.
Oh, yeah, he's already on a tear. 21 points in 2 games. There's a 2-piece. Kovacevic is able to splash it. Now can Fadi answer back? Rambeau, he eyes a 2-high rebound. He cannot save it out of bounds off the green. And 3:50 left. Time for a media timeout. Shout out DJ Laz. Dropping the beat. Noah Lazarus. Vincent Royer. On the mic.
You have to scan the QR code on the screen. You have to scan the QR code. You have to make a photo with your smile, with your best energy, and the best photo.
I'm gonna give both of our MCs, Noah Lazarus and Vincent Rocher, I'm gonna give them 5 mics. You get it? MCs, 5 mics.
I'm lost.
Somebody help Boss. At BAZZ50.
MC.
13.
Oh no.
6.
Oh,
I got Boss thinking, y'all.
yeah, I'm lost. All I can get to was I'll get him an E, because E is MC2.
Now you got me lost.
See, that's science.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you certainly have me lost with the science. All right, I'm gonna let you have that one.
Yeah.
At the wing,
13-6. Kovacevic will slingshot it and miss it.
Rebound, pitches to Rambeau. Rambeau
Round comes Segala. Segala, one-legged fader. That one's off the iron.
Mr. Nice scores down low. Score 13-7, 3 minutes 5 seconds remaining in the ball game. Team Paris with the lead over Team Jeddah. They lead by 6.
3 minutes to go and a 3-possession lead.
Off the spin.
The Joker spins into trouble, nowhere to go.
Mr. Nice with the lead. He pulls up for the deuce. Can't produce. So 13-7, 2 seconds remaining ball game. Both teams with 5 team fouls, so both teams with only 1 foul kick.
Down low, and Rambo up and in off the window.
Scores down low. Jean-Pierre, finger roll, uncontested. Final 2 minutes, 23 seconds.
Joko, he sizes up Kovacevic, but the stroke was broke. To the corner, Vedanauskis. Up top, Kovacevic. Looking for some help. Again, a game that's inconsequential, won't matter. As our qualifying draw entry has already been determined. Final 2 minutes. Vedanauskis with a nice feed. And Jeddah could at least give the home crowd something to cheer about.
Well,
they're starting to climb into it.
You're right about that, but not a lot to cheer for in this game whatsoever. It's all good, though. I mean, I get it. This is one of those deflating moments for athletes. You can't win. You still have to go out there.
Oh, nice connection right there, Rambo. Showing some finesse. Hey, John D.
Decides to reset. Vedanauskis. The sweep is going in the key.
All right, so that Vedanauskis take. He wanted a foul on it. And he might have been right. I don't know.
Yeah, he had an argument there. But with 1:16 left, a 4-point Paris lead, and teams that were already gassed, especially Jeddah, and you can see how gassed Paris is now.
2 games in a row is no joke.
No, not in these conditions at this juncture in the season. No, of course.
You might have the Joker, but that's not funny. 2 games in a row hurts, and especially coming out and having to bring at least a little bit of energy into the crowd here and into the stadium. Hats off to Paris for at least providing us with some early spark in this game. They're running out of gas late in the contest, though.
Yeah. Boss, you remember the Source magazine?
Yes.
Do you remember when they used to give out 5 mics to the best albums? Like Nas?
Yes, I do remember that now you said it.
All the rappers used to try.
Yeah, I know.
They used to hope for getting a spot in this.
Yeah, no. It took a while for me to get that.
MCs.
Yeah.
Nas is an MC.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I won't go into the details of explaining the science that I tried to teach you.
Don't do it. That was your recovery.
Yeah.
Oh, nice cut. That's a scissor dish from Rambo. Final 50 seconds. Joko with some Olay defense.
37 seconds.
There's a misfire from the Joker. Final 36 seconds in this one. That's what happens when you try to say ticks and seconds at the same time. Comes out Tekkens.
Or 6.
Or that. Fauché whistle for the foul. Mr. Nice will reset. Curious to see how this Jeddah team is going to look in 2024. Whether or not some changes will be made or not. Of course, they got Malik Halujaweki on the squad this year, and he obviously wasn't present for this one. But some things that they could potentially build on. Again, finished 21st in the World Tour standings this year.
They are not afraid to make changes. They have not been afraid to make changes in the past. So curious to see if they settle for going for 21st again, or if they upgrade themselves at several spots.
For Team Paris, though, you know, they've got a good foundation to build with, obviously, and a healthy Paul Joko going forward. I like what Fauché brings to the table.
Even the guys that aren't playing today, Villaré and Aigalink are two players that you can definitely use on any squad in 3x3, I believe.
Well, they got a wealth of talent in Paris. Talent that we will see in 2024. That will do it for Team Paris in 2023. They are able to come out victorious in the final qualifying draw game, 17-13. As Jeddah go 0-2 on their home court. But before this one even started, our qualifying draw entry was already set. That is Team San Juan, who will make it into main draw Pool D. We'll see them later. In the meantime, enjoy the highlights from the last qualifying draw game. Coming up next, we get down to the nitty-gritty, the serious business. It's the main draw. The top 12 teams in the world going for the biggest prize in 3x3. After we take a break,
World Tour Jeddah Final 2023.
you also see the 2-point shootout qualification before we get to the main draw. So y'all enjoy that. Me and Bonds aren't going to bother you with yelling into the microphone in the 2-point shootout qualification. And also, here's another reason you won't want to go anywhere. The MVP of the regular season. The MVP of the regular season will be named before we get to the main draw. I know you want to find out who that's going to be. Stick around. 2-point shootout qualification and the 2023 MVP ceremony on deck from here in Jeddah. In the meantime, we'll step up the mic for just a bit.
All right, let's welcome our first shooter here, representing Team Beijing. Make some noise for Lu Shenjiang.
On 3x3 logo for the beginning.
All right, referee blows the whistle. Sides to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 on the first rack. And 4. So a hot start.
Ladies and gentlemen, next player on the court from Switzerland, representing Team Lausanne Sport LS, Kim Westel Montagne.
Alright, King West, 1.
2.
3.
4. Five words for low.
5. And 6. And now let's welcome our next shooter, representing the team, Lima, Huishan, and E. Give it up for the boys, Killian. One, 2. 3, 4, and 4.
Next player, ladies and gentlemen, one more player representing Lima Huishan A from Serbia. Give it up for Stefan Kojic.
Alright, so 6 the high score thus far.
Left rack for the beginning, 5 with a low.
1, 2, 3, 4. Chef Kojic starting to cook. 5 and 6. So we got 2 6s. And our next shooter, representing the team of Miami, give it up for Kareem Maddox.
Got to reach 4 points in 25.8 seconds, as you can see on the screen. Let's go.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen from France, on the court, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Paris, please welcome France Sigala! Straight to the elbow, and let's go to be 4 points, 24.7 seconds.
1, 2, 3. 3 on the first rack. 4, 5, and 6. And our next shooter, representing the team of Partizan Mozart, give it up for Andrea Litinovic. 6 now the score to be. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
Next shooter on the court, ladies and gentlemen, from World Tour Jeddah team, give it up for Marius Unzubis. So to 6 points, 28.5 seconds. Let's go. Right side from the beginning, 5 with the low.
2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh! 4 on the first rack.
Next rack on the left.
5, 6,
Maybe
and 7. New high score. And our next shooter representing a team of San Juan. Give it up for Antonio Ralat. One, 2. 3. And 4.
Next shooter, ladies and gentlemen, from Serbia, representing Usha and please welcome El Maestro Dejan Majstorovic. On the right.
Maestro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7, and 7. And our next shooter, also representing a team of Wisha and E. Give it up for Slavinia Stojacic. One. And 1.
Next shooter, ladies and gentlemen, from Mongolia, representing Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy team, Steve Sir. Give it up!
Yes, Steve Sir, one of the record holders. A total of 17 in the shootout competition finals.
The unstoppable Steve Sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. And our next shooter, representing a team of Vienna, give it up for Quincy Diggs. Two. So on the first rack, And 3.
The last shooter of the qualification round, ladies and gentlemen, one more player from Team Vienna. Please welcome Matthias Linhofer.
One, 2. 3, 4, and 4.
In a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen, the ranking, the 4 best players for the final tomorrow. For the shootout contest final presented by Saudi Basketball Federation, Dejan Mazdalovic, Mario Suzuki, Steve Serra, and Wes Martini. Make a round of applause for the finalists, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, our 4 finals, and we'll be seeing them compete here for day 2 of the